mobile application to control and monitor their shipments anytime, anywhere. Also, we have different facilities in our inspection to move with risk management with a good manner, to identify imports and goods imported in Egypt, like use a GS1 code to make the inspection easy. Just scan the barcode from the package, and all information will retrieve automatically from the system. Also, we know we can't control what we can't measure. So also Nafida have their key performance to measure all logistic center performance, and we can see here all different parties related to custom clearance process, which is has high performance, which is has different or lower performance, which is the problem in which party, and we can also get a solution for everyone to fast the procedures to get all cargo released from ports in a few time. The basic point here is a new system and the advanced cargo information, which is provide automated data load entry and loading and processing, and with document prior to shipment arrive at Egyptian port. So the importer in Egypt, importer in Egypt, go through his electronic account through Nafida, registered and has his account, and ask it for ACID number to make his process done by easily way. The system integrated completely with all parties, with risk management and all governed parties. Advanced cargo information also must to be identified the trade parties for each transaction. Importer, exporter, identify party is applicable. Shipping agent, shipping transporter, all this in secure direct trading input, electronic document, digitally by e-token or e-signature. This is the business process with a sample way. First, the importer go through Nafida to request ACID number to already when issued, the system already passed this information for the foreign exporter. Please, you have got ACID number from your customer. Please prepare your shipment document and calculate the ACID number on all your shipping document, and transfer this document through the blockchain platform CargoX. This document transportation solution with, of course, very secure process. We make validation that the all information ACID number and the identification number for the trading party, exporter, importer,
Can you unmute Mr. Ahmed, please? Somebody mute.
Yes. After prepare shipment documents and transfer through Cargo X, Nafida received all information and documentation. Make a notification to the Egyptian importer that you already received document from your exporter. Please go and review and confirm that all document you are received is valid and it's no problem for all document you have received. If he wish to start the process of custom clearance, he start the process before shipment arrive. So we have the transit shipment time, shipment duration to complete all process till shipment arrive. So before the shipment arrive, he already pay all taxation and any other expenses. So he is ready to just to inspect the goods and final revision and to release the shipment. So there is a requirement for this new system. First, registration on Nafida, who is the party will register in Nafida, the Egyptian importer. The Egyptian importer responsible to register in Nafida and generate and issue the electronic account on Nafida. E-token also this is the Egyptian important responsibility because this is the legal way to log in into Nafida system to be authorized that this person is the person that has the right to do all his process on Nafida. Registration on Cargo X, this is definitely the foreign exporter or the foreign shipper to create his account on this platform to be able to send shipment data and documents through it to received by Nafida. Thank you for your all. I try to finish my presentation fast to make a long time for any questions and concerns.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmed, for your presentation. We understood from your presentation that the systems, the basics, how to register on the system for an exporter very clearly. If our exporters has some questions at the end of the webinar, we will take and direct to you to answer, please. Now, we will. I wanna give the floor to Mrs. Orsinski from the Cargo X company. We will understand and learn how it works, how to be registered in the system for an exporter, because the Cargo X is the main part for Turkish exporters to send the exporting documents through this system. So what are the price policy and what is the security points of this blockchain system for sending documents? Is it secure enough or not? We will all understand from Mr. Ozinski. Now the floor is yours, Mr. Ozinski. And Mr. Ahmed, can you please finish your presentation? Okay.
Thank you, Mehmet. Hello, everyone.
Excuse me, can I ask one question, if I can?
If it is possible, we can get the all questions at the end of
Yeah,
the
yeah. How
session.
we can get the reviews or the presentation by email, if you can send us, because some people or some friends cannot watch you or cannot join us.
Okay, if Mr. Ahmed from MTS company can share us, we can send it to your email addresses from our official address.
After
It is
webinar,
up to Mr. Ahmed.
no problem. After webinar, we will send.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ahmed.
Okay.
Now we will go on with Mr. Rosinski. Can you unmute, please, all our other participants?
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can hear you and we can see your screen.
Okay, I will have two parts of my presentation. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you, Mehmet, for this opportunity to present our solution to Turkish exporters. So, as Ahmed already said, link between Nafeza, Customs of Egypt, and the exporter from Turkey or anywhere else is CargoX platform. So, first part of my presentation, I will explain some facts about our platform, about our company, and technology as well. And second part, I will give you a demo how to submit an ACI envelope. So altogether, it will take less than 15 minutes. So about CargoX, company is established in 2018 in Slovenia, European Union, and our first idea was to use blockchain to transfer bill of lading down the line. So we created smart bill of lading at 2018. Of course, along the way, our offering was growing, and now we evolved it to blockchain document transfer. So that is what we do. We are transferring digital original documents with the help of public blockchain technology. Okay, everybody were facing a lot of issues during pandemic times with handling of paper documents, with home offices, etc. So you don't have to worry about that. We have solution to help you with the handling of digital original documents, and I think this is a little bit more proper way to do business in 21st century. Of course, how to explain what we do, I will use some examples from everyday life. So if you are logged on the platform, if you already have the account, you know that our user interface looks a little bit like your email account, and credentials which are used to access the platform are similar to one you are using when you're entering your internet banking, for example.
Mr. Rosinski, your microphone is unmuted. Please.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, so about benefits, so we are providing with absolute security. So if anyone would like to intercept your transaction, your message to Nafeza, they would need to hack all internet down at once and to intercept your particular transaction. So this is not possible at this very moment. And we are claiming that we are providing you with absolute security. Under just friction of the cost, if you compare this with the paper documents, and speed of transaction is just similar to email. It takes a couple of seconds, less than 10 seconds to send documents from one side of the world to another. We gave a lot of thoughts to user interface, so it's really user friendly. It's driven by pure logic. You don't have to be a computer scientist to use the platform, and onboarding on the platform takes only 2 to 4 minutes. It's very easy to create company account and to register with CargoX platform. There are two ways to access the platform: through your web browser and you go to cargox.digital, or we also have open API and you can fully integrate our solution into your ERP system. Of course, the main benefit is to provide you with contactless way of handling documents, digital original documents. About features, I will skip this one because it is also part of the movie. I will show you in few seconds from now. So I guess there will be a lot of questions from this for this one. So I will leave it for discussion. And I will now explain this question raised at the beginning about technology. So why public blockchain? Why we're using this technology? Because this is neutral, open source. There is no central ruling authority around public blockchain. That means that the blockchain belongs to nobody. Nobody owns it. Nobody can ever restrict you to access your data, and nobody ever can change anything related to your transaction. So whatever you send over the blockchain goes from your hand to hand of the recipient. There is no intermediary. Nobody is between you and the receiver of the document you're sending over our platform. Not even CargoX can see what is the content of the document. So once you're uploading the document on the platform, the document is encrypted with military-grade encryption, and hash for the document is calculated. This hash is the value which is sent over public blockchain to the recipient. And once this transaction is completed, so after a couple of seconds, access links are shared between sender and the receiver of the document, of the envelope, sorry, because there can be more documents in one envelope, of course. And then only those two parties, that means you and AFESA, have access to this document. Nobody in this world can access this document because it's only visible to you and to the receiver. And of course, what is also important to be mentioned, that our technology is resistant to any trade wars or some similar situation what might happen in the world of today. Also, this technology was a decisive factor for our Egyptian counterparts to choose CargoX in front of anybody else because of our neutral technology. So I guess something went wrong with the. Okay, can you see my screen now again?
Okay.
Okay, something happened. I don't know what. Okay, so I'm close to the end of this first part. CargoX is also approved by international group of P&I clubs. So as a provider for electronic VL back in 2020, February 11. Also, we are working with the EU Commission in Digital Transport and Logistics Forum. So in Europe, we are moving away also from the documents in intra-European transport and logistics, and we are moving to structured data. This is actually the future of our business in freight forwarding and global trade. So we are also working with the NADBA, World Economic Forum, and various other initiatives around digitization and standardization of bill of lading, electronic bill of lading. So maybe I will mention here JetOcean as first customer and biggest customer of CargoX. It is an ocean carrier from Bergen, Norway. They're supporting us for 2.5 years, and we had zero failures with their documents so far. And final thought for the beginning. So why this digitization is happening right now? What is the aim here? So if you think about document versus data, document is data written in a way that humans can read it. But if we move away from this non-structured document to structured format, like for example XML, you will need no human attention to read the content of the document. So you can get fully automated process also in global trade. And this is something what will happen eventually. And CargoX is already there. Our technology supports you with transfer of any structured document you might have in the future. So we are here to serve you also in the future from now. Okay, and let's go to another part. And now this is my movie. And I will stop sharing and I will start sharing one more time with sound because I think this is something what I need. Okay. Can you see my screen again?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yes, we are now, I think.
We can.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Yes,
great.
we are. Yes.
So there should be a sound. So just let me know once I start the movie that you also have the sound while I'm presenting. Okay.
I will demonstrate how to do an Egyptian
We can hear.
ACI filling on the Kargo X platform.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes of presentation. Enjoy.
First, let's log in using username and password. When logging in from a new device, a two-factor authentication is required. I will paste in a code I received in the email. After you are logged into the platform, click here in the corner, and you can see that your blockchain key is currently locked. Before we can transfer documents out of our account, we need to digitally sign them with our blockchain key, which needs to be unlocked. So we will unlock our key first. Click the Unlock Your Blockchain Key button. Click Choose File, and point to the blockchain key file you have downloaded at the time when you created your blockchain key. Also, provide the encryption password that protects your blockchain key. Finally, click the green button labeled Unlock Blockchain Key. Your blockchain key is now unlocked. Quite simple, right? Let's click the Compose button to create a new smart envelope. For our ACI filing purpose, we will select the Egypt ACI envelope. The recipient is pre-filled. All you need to enter is your ACID number and then attach the required documents listed below. You can either upload the documents from your computer or select them from your Kargo X inbox if you receive them over the platform. Let's upload them from the computer. You can upload multiple files at once. Now I need to select a document type for each uploaded file, so I click Properties. I start typing the document type to quickly find it. Some document types require additional information, which I enter below. Let's repeat this for the remaining 3 documents. Besides the certificate, I need a copy or a draft of the bill of lading. I also need an invoice, preferably one where mine and importer's tax or VAT number is listed. And finally, I need a packaging list. Kargo X platform supports over 50 document types.
Mr. Orsinski, your voice is unmuted and cannot be heard. We cannot hear the video sound. Please, can you make it working?
I'm sorry, the video is not working. We are not hearing anything.
Yeah,
Could you
someone is
please-
muting me, and so I will just a moment.
Thank you.
For just 15 seconds is enough.
Okay, just 1 minute and then it's over. So.
Our ACI envelope is now ready to be filled. Below I can write an optional message to the recipient. Once I am ready to proceed, I click the seal button. This creates a digital fingerprint of all documents and encrypts them. Now a new action becomes available. Once I am ready to submit the ACI, I click the transfer button. In the overview screen I can see what is about to happen. On the Kargo X platform, document transfers are executed only once user digitally signs them with his personal blockchain key. No one else can do that on behalf of user, not even Kargo X. Documents are now securely transferred to the recipient with the help of the block.
Your microphone is muted again. Our dear participants, please do not interfere to the microphone settings of everybody.
Okay, so yes, that was the demo how to submit the ACI, and to create the account on platform it takes only 2 to 4 minutes, and the first person who is registering the account on CargoX is also becoming an administrator. Later on, that person can ask other colleagues from the company to join, and can also give this rights of administrator to someone else. So basically that's it. So I'm now open for any of questions you might have to me or to Ahmed.
Thank you, Mr. Orsinski. First of all, I would like to ask if this tutorial video is available on your website.
Of course.
Because,
of course.
Maybe our experts may need it to watch it again.
Yes, it is available on the website. If you go to cargox.io, you will find all videos. You will also find instructions how to register on the platform, step-by-step guide on your right upper corner of your screen. There is a help and support button, and also videos are available on the same website. So yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Orsinski. Now, for the questions and answers part of the webinar, we will, to facilitate and to use the time efficiently, we summarize the questions that we received from our exporters, and now in our hand there are too many questions. I wanna start from Nafiza questions. If Mr. Ahmed is available still.
Yes, I am.
I wanna ask in short, and if the answer will be in short, it will be more useful, I think, for our exporters.
I have a question.
I don't hear you. Please hold attendees to switch off microphones, please.
I have a question. Can
Just
you hear
a
me?
minute. I don't hear the first questions to answer and get. This is the first one.
Okay, please, our participants, please. I will ask some questions. We summarize the questions that we received your companies. I think these questions and answers will clarify your mind in both Nafiz and Kargo systems. For example, the first question on Nafisa, how many days before the shipments departs from exporting country, the export documents must be sent via CargoX platform? Is it 24 hours or 48 hours? We couldn't find any clear answer to this question.
You can send the document upon vessel departure and prepare all your document, because some documents we know can't be issued before shipping date. So after shipping date, collect all your document, commercial invoice, bill of lading, certificate of origin, any other certificates, stipulate the ACID on all document and transfer via CargoX to NAFED. Did you get my answer?
Hello. Hi. I'm sorry, I couldn't get it. How many days shipment here? I didn't get the answer. How many days after the shipment? I don't get it.
Say it again, please. How?
After the ship, yes.
Geliyor mu? Nasıl?
Did you didn't hear what I said? You need to repeat it again.
Please, Mr. Ahmed, because maybe some microphone problems might happen.
Okay. Exporter has to send document upon vessel departure after shipping date. Prepare all documents, commercial invoice, packing list, bill of lading, certificate of origin, any other needed certificate, product certificate, inspection, pre-inspection certificate. All this document can be sent upon the vessel departure. We need to send via CargoX as soon as the document already present.
Okay, thank you. For the next questions, I am following. I'm continuing. As far as it is known, we know that CargoX and Nafisa have not integrated yet, and exporting companies are not able to send export documents through the system due to contact requests are not able to be seen by importers via Nafisa. This integration, when will be completed?
Can I take this one, please?
Yes.
The CargoX and Nafisa systems, are they integrated for the time being?
For 6 months we are integrated. So why exporter is not visible when importer is applying for ACID number? There might be only one reason. Exporter probably didn't get through verification process. So now I also shared in chat instructions how to register and how to do verification, because only verified company are visible to API from Nafesa, which is calling our database and then is pulling out only details from the companies which are verified. Verification process is having 2 steps. First step of verification is financial transaction between exporter and CargoX. So exporter buys credits from us because those credits are spent to pay for blockchain transaction and for the filing. So once we have this payment, an initial payment needs to be done via wire transfer. The smallest package of the credits is worth $150. $150 is 150 credits. Okay, price per document is $3, no matter the size of the document, and filing fee is $50 per ACID number. And second step, so once we get the payment, this payment is booked automatically, but please bear in mind that your company details needs to be very same with the one we will receive on our bank statement after the payment. So for example, we had a case with one big multinational company. They didn't use a full company name when they were registering on the platform, but they were just using, you know, like this acronym. So we couldn't put those two things together. So if you're registered with full name with your bank, and this will read your bank statement, please use the same name when you're registering the company on CargoX. And then this booking, everything happens automatically. Okay, someone was muting me again. And then once we get your credits are added to your balance immediately. So this happens automatically. Then you go back to your company details on CargoX and click on Verify Now button. This is the last step of verification. Your company details are then compared with the court of registry of your country through a third-party service provider. For us, this is Duns & Bradstreet, reputable company in KYB process, and this is a matter of couple of hours to get verification. What might take a little bit longer is a bank transaction. This might take 2 to 7 days for SWIFT payment. Within SEPA, it's like 2 days maximum. So I guess I have answered this question, and I also give additional explanation around verification process.
Thank you so much.
Well, I just would like to ask a question about the verification process, if you are able to answer.
Okay.
Today I tried to verify my company, and I just filled the details, and I did not fill any details, and I did not add any information about the DUNS number, EORI number, and lane number, because it is written in there optional. For example, my company did not have any lay, DUNS, and EORI number, and it's written in there optional, as I said before, and my verification is just failed due to missing information about the DUNS number, EORI number, and lay number. So I would like to learn that is these numbers are optional to add or not.
So did you enter your tax number or VAT number?
Yeah. I add our tax number and national registration number.
And verification was failed due to missing DUNS, EORI, and lay number.
Yeah, as far as I understand, the situation is just like that.
Okay, can you just send me? I will type my email in chat box, and can you send me email with this screenshot, and I will check that with our support team immediately.
Okay.
This shouldn't happen because you need to enter one of those 3 numbers, not all of them.
Got it. So I will send you an.
I'm typing my email address in chat box, so it is available now. Just send me. Or if anybody else is facing similar problems, please let me know, and our support team will attend this immediately.
Dear participants, please do not ask your questions one by one because it will take too much time. I summarized as the commercial office in Cairo your questions, and believe me, there are too many questions. Hopefully it will clarify the unclear points in your mind. For example, one more question. If a shipment arrives to the Egyptian port without an ACI number, what will happen? Mr. Ahmed, can you?
Yes, the Egyptian customs will receive this, will not receive this shipment, and will refuse to discharge in Egyptian land, because in 1st of July it's mandatory to issue ACID number advanced cargo information identification number and stipulated on all document before shipment date. So if any shipment will arrive before 1st of July, 1st of July, this is the shipping date, not the arrival date. If any shipment will ship after 1st of July without any ECID, the Egyptian government will refuse to discharge this shipment in Egyptian ports.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmed. This is a very important point of the system. All our exporters must be careful on this issue. Please, I will finish my questions if the time allows. Maybe you can ask your questions one by one, please. Again, for ACID number, ACID number, is there any exact place to be for this number to be written on export documents, Mr. Ahmed? And all on the documents,
all
this number written?
All document. Of course, we know that shipper has his own document like invoice or packing list. He can print it on his own document, and he is not the authorized entity to put another number on the inspection certificate. We ask for a PDF copy, digital copy for all this document, and he can print or with a stamp with the ACID number on this document. But the invoice, the packing list, he must to be printed on his invoice. For sure, bill of lading, we already all shipping line has the instruction and has all technical instructions to how to establish this number in bill of lading.
Can I ask you questions?
Thank you, Mr. Ahmed. Please, Ms. Arzu.
Yes.
Let's finish our questions. Then you can ask if the time allows us.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for your understanding. I have too many questions, believe me. For an ACID number, how long will it be valid? For example, the exporter produced this number, but the shipment is late for 10 days or 15 days. What will happen to this ACID number? It will be expired?
There is the expiration date, expiration time, 3 months, and we study to extend to 6 months. But still, right now, and all our by Egyptian law, the ACID number expiration 3 months.
Thank you.
From issuing date, from the date issued this ACID number, you count 3 months, and after that, ACID number will expire.
Okay, I hope that this time duration is more than enough for our exporters. The next question is: this system is a must for only direct exporting to Egypt, or other transit trade, temporary export to Egypt still needs to be get this ACID number and to use this system, or for transit trade is it available?
The direct transit shipment need to issue ACID number. Non-direct, okay. Already this shipment will not discharge in on our land. So no need. We didn't issue a custom declaration for non-direct transit shipment, but the direct transit shipment to free zones or whatever, it must to issue ACID.
Thank you. We know that for exporting to Egypt, our exporters needs to go to
Kargo işte
Egyptian
birkaç tane
embassy.
mail atıyorum. Tamam mı? Beni duyabiliyor musun?
Please unmute your microphone, Miss Arfin or Miss Ira.
Can I ask you questions?
Sorry,
Yes.
maybe later. Sorry, maybe later, please. The Turkish exporter have to go to Egyptian embassy to attest their documents before uploading to CargoX or sending through CargoX, because we know that Egyptian embassy must approve a kind of approval on the documents, exporting documents.
So the customs didn't ask for any stamps. The Ministry of Trading asked for these procedures. So the Turkish exporters can upload documents before stamped or before legalized from embassy of Egyptian embassy to accelerate the procedures and start the custom clearance period shipment arrive to port. But still, with Egyptian law, there is some certificate needed to be shown and appear as original document to the custom to like exemptions by the law of the Ministry of Trading. This is another party of separated, and we as Egyptian customs we needed this stamps, so we can start our custom clearance procedures till this document arrive originally. But we don't ask to wait for stamped and legalized this from the Egyptian embassy and transfer via CargoX. No, when your document already issued, you can transfer via CargoX. You can start your custom clearance process.
Your mic is unmuted, Mr. Ahmed. We cannot hear you.
Okay. Again, when the all documents are prepared from the exporter side, can transfer via CargoX without legalization to accelerate custom clearance process. And if needed, we can't say that all shipment needs to legalize some type of product need some type of shipment need to some certain certificate to be legalized. So you can legalize, take your time, but you already start your custom clearance process with the original document without the legalized one.
Okay, Mr. Ahmed, yeah, all understand, I think. In Turkey, most like all around the world.
Sorry, one question. Sorry, can we upload later on with the attestation of the embassy, or we send it by courier, normal courier? It's not what you said.
Normal courier, not normal courier.
Okay.
I want to excuse you that I have another meeting So can we take to another questions, and you can collect all your questions and send by mail, and we will reply all to you. We have a very important meeting with the Ministry of Finance, and we can be late more than this.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ahmed. Thank you for your participation in your presentation. I believe that all our exporters have learned too many things from your presentation, and thank you for your answers to our questions. It clarified most of the points that our exporters have in their mind. So for the rest of the questions, I have 10 more questions on visa system, and I can send it to you, and if we can get your answers, we can share with our exporters. We can continue with Mr. Orsinski about Kargo X questions.
Yes. Okay, we already agreed. If any other question for Nafida, send by mail, and for your patience, and thank you, and I appreciate to see you again with another meeting. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmed. Dear guests, we are continuing with Kargo X questions. I am checking my questions. Just a minute. For example, I think Mr. Orsinski told about this, but I wanna ask again because it is the beginning of this. Somebody unmuted me. Did you get my question?
No, I couldn't hear you at all. You were muted.
Okay, I am starting again. For maybe you have told before in the beginning, but I want to ask again because this is the most important and beginning point of registration of our companies in Kargo X. Which number of the company must be used for registration? VAT number, commercial registration number, which number?
Okay, I strongly recommend VAT number because this is the number which you will also insert on your commercial invoice. So this is also required to identify you as a company, as a trading partner with Egypt. So I strongly recommend to use VAT tax number. I don't know how do you call it in Turkey, but in some countries it's called tax number, somewhere is VAT number, but I strongly recommend to go with that number. And this is the easiest one to check with the Court of Registry.
As far as I know, in Turkey, the commercial registration number is being used mostly. If somebody can correct me from our companies, please correct me. Which number is being used mostly in Turkey?
Mersis numarasından bahsediyorsunuz sanırım.
So just let me ask you a question. If we go to Court of Registry, which number we will find there? We will find VAT number for sure.
Now in Turkey for registration, commercial registration, there have been a new system, I think since 2000, for 20 years. It is called Mersis, and
okay.
One of the companies says that it is the most commonly used number. Mersis is an abbreviation for registration in Ministry of Finance, I think.
Okay, this
so
is like incorporation number. Incorporation number of the company with the Court of Registry, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we can make it clear for everybody after this presentation, and as a Turkish embassy office, we can inform our exporters which number to be used on this system to be unique.
Okay, so maybe that idea from my side. If we will check for your company at the court of registry, the number we will find there, this is the one you should use. If that's Mercy's number, please use that number.
Okay, it is very clear now for our exporters. The second question I am going on. Is there an upper limit for the number of employees of the exporter company to be registered in CargoX platform?
No.
How many people?
No limitation. You can register one person, you can register 10,000 persons from one company, no limit. Every person is having its own blockchain key. So blockchain key represents your fingerprint, your identity on blockchain. Whatever you do with that key, this is your fingerprint. This is exact proof that this task was done by that person. So that is the very crucial point. So do not register some I would say circular email addresses which are covering more people, because what will happen if someone of team members is leaving the company and he's keeping this key and he can access very critical documents on CargoX platform if he's no longer with your company. You don't want this to happen. So you, after he leaves, you just disable that user and you are good to go. So this is very crucial security question. Each user is having its own blockchain key. But I'm sure you have also in place IT policy for your company as well.
Okay, we got it. Thank you, Mr. Rosinski. About payments, to be registered and to send the documents via CargoX. Exporters mainly ask about this question. Is there any legal rule to force them to pay this amount for exporting to Egypt? Or they are asking that if they can reflect it to the importers who they don't want to bear this payment, this cost as an exporter. Is it possible, or is the law or
well, this, yeah, I understand the question. So outside of the company, if you have such agreement with your partner in Egypt that he will bear the costs and you simply add that on your invoice, additional $62 for the filing, I mean, that's your deal with the importer. Inside the platform, it is not possible, okay? Because then this is not according to our company registration. It goes to e-commerce business and we are not registered for that. So it's not also legally possible from our end, because then we would be like a company to trade with the credits, and that's not what we do.
Okay, I understand. Thank you. For some of our exporters, they have more than one client in Egypt, more than one customer. Is it possible to use only one CargoX account to export to all
of course, yes.
They don't need to register for all clients.
No. You have one registration with CargoX, and you can submit ACI filings to NAFESA for several importers in Egypt. But every importer will provide you different ACID number for each particular consignment.
Okay, thank you. For instance, some of our companies has more than one brand. The Mercy's number is unique. There is only one company, but that company has, let's say, 5 different brands. Is it possible to send these brand goods to Egypt with the same CargoX account, or do they have to create different accounts for their different brands?
So I will ask counter question: is it same legal entity? Then yes.
Yes, the Mercy's number is unique. One company is
then yes, it is the same company. Yes.
one CargoX account is enough. I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the most crucial question. How do you verify that the information of the exporting company which wants to be registered in cargox.com? How do you check it is correct or not?
Yes, so this is two-step verification process in place. First step is financial transaction via wire transfer. So we get the payment from that legal entity. We know that is the company who is paying for the credits. This is first step of verification. Second step of verification is you need to click next on the verify now button next to your company details on CargoX platform, and all details entered on the platform are then checked against the court registry in your country, and this is done by a company called Duns & Bradstreet. So we are outsourcing this service. We have company who is specialized for KYB, know your business process for us. So we have two steps of verification.
Okay, thank you. For paying by credit card, is it available in CargoX? All the costs and fees?
Of course, it is not yet available. We are working on this. It is going to be available very, very soon. I think before even July 1st. But anyhow, first initial payment needs to go via wire transfer as a first step of verification. Second, third, and later on, you will be able to pay with the credit card. Okay.
Okay. I think this is clear. And my last question, how long does it take to be registered from the beginning? If the company starts today, how many days will it take?
To register to register the company on the platform, it will take only 2 to 4 minutes. To get verification process in place with the purchase of the credits, if there is a SWIFT transfer, it might take 2 to 7 days to get the funds from your company. Depends on how fast this payment will be processed by the bank. And then a third step of verification against database is done in couple of hours or minutes. So,
okay,
yeah.
Very good.
Hello.
It is related mostly on the payment procedures.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you for answering to all my questions, Mr. Orsinski. I have finished with my questions. If our participants has questions, I wanna let them one by one to not make a confusion.
Hello, can I have one question?
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, so just a little bit. So my importance needs only one ACID number for each shipment, or just one time he needs?
Every shipment is having its own ACID number. So it's unique number for consignment, okay?
I understand you. Thank you.
So you look it from perspective of the customs officer. If you are applying for import declaration, and in Egypt you can apply with several invoices and several bill of ladings, if everything is arriving on the same vessel, then you can use only one ACID number for the same customer. If you have only one BL, one invoice or two invoices, you will need one ACID number. So that is the rule.
I understand. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Just a moment. Just a moment. I have a postman in front of my house. Just a moment. Sorry, can you give me a minute just to hand over the package? Sorry.
Okay.
In a moment, I'm back.
Dear participants, can you raise your hand in order to be in a queue to ask your questions? Mainly, let's focus on Kargo X questions because Mr. Orsinski is from the Kargo X company. So on Nafiza questions, you can send your questions to our email address and we can transfer it to Mr. Ahmed to get a reply. Miss Fatima, you are the first one to ask your question. Are you here, Miss Fatima?
I'm back. Sorry for this interruption. Apologize.
No problem. Miss Halima, are you here? You raised your hand.
Yes, I'm here.
Miss Halima.
Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm not sure my question is relevant to the Kargo X or the non-verbal system as Mr. Ahmed is not here, but I just wanted to ask again, maybe there will be someone. Anyway, there was a forum called ACI forum from a company in Egypt to us, and on that forum there was some information like the company name and then the weighted and then the shipment and dating, etc. There was a part called GPS number. As I searched from Google, it was something relevant as HF number or something, but I was not sure.
Miss Halima, I have difficulty to understand your question. Your voice is a little bit noisy, so I don't know if other parts can get it.
Yeah, I can answer you just that this is really question for the customs and for MTS and AFESA. GS1, okay. Yeah, because this is like part number according to some classification. I really don't know much about it, but it's not a question for me.
Okay, Miss Sara Biscardi, is it available? Is she available?
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Okay, go ahead, please.
Hi. My questions are related to the process. I mean, just to understand if everything is correctly understood from our side. What is required from suppliers' point of view is to get registration on the Kargo X portal, and that thing we did. Next step is the verification. Is it correct? Is it mandatory for all the suppliers?
Yes, if you want to send ACI envelope to NAFESA, to the customs, then you need to go through verification process. If you're using Kargo X for everything else, not Egypt, ACI, then you don't have to. That's why this process is not mandatory. It is only requested by the authorities in Egypt to get verified.
Okay, good. And as far as I can understand, this verification process is has to be paid, so we need to buy credits on the portal in order to be able to get verified and proceed with the operations, right?
Exactly.
Good. And once we have the verifications status, we can proceed with shipments. Starting from 1st of July, with shipments with date 1st of July. What happens with shipments that happen between 28th and 30th of June? Will they be requested to get the acid? So should we stop those shipments, or should we proceed with that?
So if bill of lading is reading July 1st, you need to go through ACI process. If bill of lading reads June 30, you don't have to go through the process.
Okay, so the BL date is the...
I mean, BL date is the vessel departure date. That is the same date, yes.
Perfect, thank you.
I hope nobody will have idea to backdate bill of lading. Please don't do that.
No, I don't think it's possible. So hopefully not.
Okay,
Okay, so that's the discrimination point. Next question is, so once the shipment is done, so once we have the bill of lading, we will be able to register all the documents as you showed in the video before on the CargoX portal. Question, is this operation mandatory to be done from the supplier, or can be done from the receiver of the parts also?
No. So what is here important? You as a verified company are submitting documents to NAFESA. So it is done via blockchain. So this is like you're giving from your hand to custom officer in Egypt these documents, but it's done digitally through blockchain. So that's why it's not important this to be done by importer in Egypt. However, so now this is very important part. This is the role where freight forwarders might step in. We are developing right now solution because many multinational companies are outsourcing the service like ACI and document handlings from their forwarders. You will be able, I think sometime in August, to nominate a company. Let's say your forwarder is, I don't know, DB Schenker, and you nominate DB Schenker Turkey to do ACI envelopes on behalf of your company. Still, this will be perceived at the customs side like it's done. This is done from your company, but physically and manual. This process will be entered by the someone who is from DB Schenker. Okay, that is something what we will be enabling for the users, and it will be available this summer.
Really interesting. So this particular thing is in process, right? And should be available starting from August to September. Am I getting right?
I think August, sometime in August, no September. It's too late. Yeah.
Okay. How will we be informed about this change?
You will get notifications inside of the platform. So we have weekly updates on the platform every Wednesday. And if we have some significant updates like this one, this will be communicated with the user inside of the platform. You will get this notification about such updates inside of the platform.
Correct. Perfect. Next question is
Sarah. Can we continue with other guests' questions?
I'm sorry. I took too much time. Thank you.
If you have any additional questions, drop me an email. I'm just posting my email address on meeting chat box.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Just if I could just leave the last question, the very last question, regarding the person, the identity of the person with the blockchain technology. Should it be someone relevant at our companies? I mean, or is it for everybody? I mean.
So every company is having its own company policy. I don't know if this is a company registration done by the financial director, or it can be done by, I don't know.
But will this person be held responsible for the documents uploaded directly, or will the company be?
No, the one who registered the company is administrator, and he's inviting other colleagues on the platform, and he's giving them authorities to do something on the platform. So when I was working, my work experience is also in multinational companies. And for example, I was not allowed to do such registration on any other company, on any other platform without authorization from the management. Even I was on regional management level. So this authorization is coming from IT in multinational corporations. So also depends on how your company is structured and what is your internal policy.
Okay.
So if you're applying, if you're using a new system like this blockchain system of CargoX, I guess you have some internal policy who is entitled to register the company, who has the right to do that, and I guess it's not going to be done by some junior staff. I hope so.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I took too much time. Thank you very much for your questions, for your answers.
Thank you. I wanna ask one more question on behalf of all our exporters. What will happen if the blockchain key is lost by the company? the process should be started from the beginning, or is it a way to find the key?
Write email to support@cargox.io and we will offer you solution.
Okay, thank you. Let's continue with Miss Sidel.
Just maybe in addition to previous question, it is happening every day, so nothing terrible will happen, and okay. you will have no additional costs. So just to calm you down, but please do not lose blockchain key. Do not share blockchain key with anyone, please.
Yeah, it's very important on this blockchain technology.
Yes.
Miss Sidel.
Yeah. Hi, thanks. I would like to ask about this payment process. Can we have the bank details via email? Is it possible?
Yes, it is possible, but everything is also available within company details on cargox.io. So we listed all the details and statement even from our bank and everything. I know there is a vendor registration process with some companies in place, so we gathered all the documents and everything is publicly available. However, if you need me to send you something, I'm just posting my email address again, and just let me know and I will send it right away to your email.
Okay, thanks. And I would like to ask a question about this shipment. If it is canceled, we will get the credits back?
For the filing, for blockchain transaction, that's final. But for the filing fee, it's a good question. Nobody was asking that. So yeah, I have to check with Nafeza, because filing fee, it's not for us. We need to settle this with our counterparts in Egypt. So I really need to check this out. But it's a very good question. Thank you very much for this.
So probably we will receive an email from you about it?
No, I mean, if you file the shipment and then, I don't know, for example, there is a general average or something, or happened, then vessel is not going to go to Egypt and your shipment is lost, what happens then with the filing fee? So I will check this. I never had that question so far. So yes.
Okay, then we will wait for you. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. İlker Yenitürk. İlker Bey, are you here to ask your question? İlker Yenitürk. İlker Yenitürk. Let's go with Inspect Gümrük Müşavirliği. Are you available, Inspect? Okay. The microphone is unmuted. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Are you hearing me now?
Who is talking? İlker Yenitürk?
Hanan Muharram.
Yes, I am İlker Yenitürk. She is Lois.
Okay, İlker Bey, you can go.
Okay, I was asking about that. We purchase some order from Turkey, but they purchase it from China, and after that we ship direct to Egypt, and we take the invoices and the shipping document from Turkey. So we have a third party here. Who should apply for Cargo X? The shipper China or Turkey?
It is a great question, and thank you very much for this question. So triangular shipments, this is something what is happening every day. Who is having obligation to submit ACI envelope? It is the party who is issuing invoice to Egyptian importer. So if you from Turkey are invoicing someone in Egypt, you need to comply with regulation. Even BL will read, I don't know, someone else is a shipper and you are consigning, this draft of BL needs to be also sent to Egypt. So this is something what is happening every day. It's common practice. So yeah, that you are in position to provide ACI filing if you're invoicing someone in Egypt.
Amen.
Okay.
Thank you. Inspect Gümrük Müşavirliği. Are you available?
Do you hear me?
Yes, you can go ahead.
I have two questions. First is, you said ACI number is valid for 3 months. Is that correct?
Yes, ACID number once is issued and provided to you, it is valid for 90 days, 3 months.
Okay, but what if there are changes in goods to be delivered in terms of weight, amount, or else?
It is not a problem because nobody expects that goods will be shipped according to pro forma invoice. You might have discrepancy in quantity or value due to, I don't know, production was not finished and you need to ship whatever is possible. Final documents can be different to pro forma invoice, which was base for issuing of ACID number. There will be no penalty, no problems with the customs in that respect.
Okay, thank you. One last question. And what is the pricing policy of Kargo X based on quantity of documents or number of pages of documents or ACID number?
There is no the price per document is $3. If it's 1 page document or 1,000 pages, for us that's only one document. So there is no change in the pricing. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I ask a quick question, please?
Thank you.
I've been waiting for a long time to ask a question.
Okay.
We are following one by one.
So my question is about the verification process. So
okay.
when we are filling all the categories and then we saw that we failed at the what number and trade registration company number. So which numbers should we use to get the verification?
Okay, that's that we discussed that a couple of minutes ago. So
yes,
we will be checking. Yeah, we will be checking in your court of registry for your company. So if we will find a MERSIS number over there and you didn't enter that number, then we will be not able to match this data. So it is unique to Turkey. It's called MERSIS number. So I guess that is the right one to enter.
So MERSIS number is for the company registration number?
Yes.
Am I right? Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. If you will have any additional problems with registration, please send email to me or to support team. I will paste my email address and support team email address again in chat box. We are here to help you.
Thank you, Mr. Orsinski. Let's continue with Elif Hanım. Elif Hanım, Miss Elif.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you. I have a question. For example, we have shipment dispatchment for Egypt, and we loaded 4 containers, and then we loaded 4 containers documents to the Kargo X system. But then, for example, vessel reached the maximum weight, and our second or third container couldn't reach the vessel, but we loaded its documents to system. And we put our second and third container to another vessel. What will we do for it?
Okay, then you will have discrepancies in Okay, so in that case, you will have to refile a document because obviously invoice has to be adjusted according to dispatch. So you dispatched only 2 containers and BL will read only 2 containers. So you will refile a document and you will not pay for the filing fee for the second time. So you just provide correct documentations for that consignment. For another consignment, 2 containers are left, for example, in port of origin on the terminal, you will have to provide additional set of documents, and importer will have to apply for additional ACID number because this will arrive to Egypt with another vessel, another voyage number, and they will have to make another import declaration for that consignment.
But about time, we have problem. 2 days before we have to load documents.
No, that's not true. So document. So ACI filing can be done 1 day before vessel arrival. But if you do that, importer will have 0 benefit out of this new practice. So once you have a final document, let's say day after sailing, you can do ACI filing. I know it's a short sea between Turkey and Egypt. It's navigation maybe 1-2 days, but I guess if you do that after sailing on the same day or day after, you will have the final documents and you will know what is actually loaded on board and how BL will look like, and then you do the filing. If you are sure 100% that everything will be loaded on board, you can submit filing even before vessel departure, because you need to provide only draft of bill of lading.
Okay, then for example, in our documents, there is a mistake. We have to make it correct. And is there any time to make it correct? Is there any time about change?
As I said, before vessel arrives to Egypt, you should provide correct documents.
Okay, thank you.
Arrange item. Is she available? Arrange item.
Yes, I'm here. You can hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay. So first of all, thank you so much. I have a very few questions, and actually some of them were already replied. But before go on, I would kindly request from all the attendees, please check the frequently asked questions of the Nefeza system before asking over here, because time is valuable for everyone, for you as well. So it would be really helpful for all the attendees not to repeat same questions again and again. So my question is, right now, as understood from the question of Unspet Gümrük, there is no need for 100% accuracy about the pro forma invoice quantity or amount. But what about the weight information? Because as you know, before applying to the ACID number by the importer, he needs to also apply the weight information, net and gross weight. And then the ACID number is validated. So do we need to make 100% accuracy on the weight, because we cannot be sure 100% before loading the container?
I mean, it's the same logic. So if quantity is not the same, obviously the weight will be not the same. So even value will be not the same. So the same rule applies. Okay. Final documents will be different than pro forma invoice, and that is happening every day.
Okay, great. The second one is, as understood, we will upload the documents on the Kargo X, and it will be. You hear me?
Yes.
Okay. When would you please confirm if our uploaded documents on the Kargo X platform will only be seen by the Egyptian official authorities?
Yes, as I said. So when you upload the document on the platform and you click seal the envelope, documents are encrypted.
Can you please mute your microphones, other guests, please?
Samimiyetin var mı bilmiyorum. Çok yok.
Okay, so the documents are visible only to sender and to receiver, not even to us. Okay, to make a long story short.
Okay, yani our doubt is, should it be visible for the importers? Because we have several brands and all of them has different invoice and quantities, which is confidential. So this is the reason I wanted to repeat.
So when you send something to Nefeza, it's visible to the party who is sending document and the party who is receiving document.
Okay.
Not even to us. We are not seeing your documents.
Okay. And the final question, actually, it's a little bit similar, but sometimes the Egyptian authorities could not find some of the documents suitable. Let's say the Euro 1 movement certificate. Sometimes they say this is not clear, so make it a new one. In such cases, do we need to upload the same document to the system again, or we can amend the existing upload?
Well, to be fair, this is really a question for the customs, but whatever they decide, we can transfer over the platform. So it is like a refiling under same ACID number, additional document.
Yeah, so can I be able to delete the previous one and upload a new one to the same ACID filing?
So what happens when you send a document? As I said, this is final transaction. You are giving something from your hand to the customs, and then later you find out that this document was not correct, and you're refiling invoice, and then this customs will attend only last document received. They will disregard previous document. Okay.
Okay, I see.
Because so, as Ahmed was explaining, on the receiving side, importer will sign the document with their token, or I don't know what is the name of device, and they will approve that invoice is correct. And they will use only approved documents for the import custom clearance purposes. So this verification process also is actually done at the moment when importer says, yes, that is the right one.
Okay, okay then. Yeah. Thank you so much.
May I ask a question, please?
Yes, please.
We are continuing one by one from the people raising their hand on Teams application.
Just a moment. Just to highlight, I have only 11 minutes left because I have to go to another meeting, so please bear that in mind. And if you have additional questions, just send it our way, and I'm posting my email address and support email address also in chat box.
Thank you. Can you continue in 5 minutes? Sorry. Or do you have to leave right now, Mr. Roses?
No, in 10 minutes I will have to leave.
Okay, there are a few people who want to ask their questions. Gökhan Ot, can you ask your question?
Hello, gentlemen. First of all, I would like to ask, when we make a mistake after loading the documents, and we notice that, for example, in Euro 1 or bill of lading, we make a mistake. Is there any chance to revise the documents on the system, or how we gonna do this?
So that was actually replied in a minute ago. So you just send a final document again using the same ACID number over the platform, and no penalties for that.
Okay, thank you so much.
No
Thank
problem.
you. Let's continue with Berrak Yeşim Özkan.
Thank you. I would like to ask about Nafeza system. Who will use this platform? We don't use Nafeza platform as exporter, right? Just the documents are transported platform once we uploaded the docs to CargoX. I asked this question because before our customer has informed us we should upload bill of lading to Nafeza. But I think all the docs should be uploaded to CargoX. Right.
Your thinking is correct. So exporter sends document to CargoX to Nafeza. Importer is registered with Nafeza.
Okay, thank you.
Murat Sayoğlu. Can you unmute, please?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, okay, I think. Okay. I want to ask about verification about payment. I get pro forma from the CargoX system, and I send money to the Slovenia, but I didn't get any verified from the system. How many days I will wait, or it will be automatically, or I will do something, I don't know really, but I'm waiting now for the verified.
How long are you waiting? I mean, how long does it take for Swift?
3 days. Yeah. I'm waiting.
Yeah, so Swift transaction might take up to 7 days.
7 days.
If
it can be 7 days. Okay.
Yeah. So if there is a problem with the payment after 1 week, just send email to support team and to me, and then we will be checking, because as I said, maybe your company name is different with your bank and with one you registered on the platform. So if you're using just acronym, sorry, if you just use the acronym when on CargoX and you have full name of the company with bank, how can we match those two? You know, it's not possible because there is no Merci number.
I wrote reference number, pro forma number on the Swift, and it will be automatically. I understand, right?
Yeah, if everything matches, then it's automatical booking. Yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem.
It's a nice meeting for everyone.
Let's ask our questions quickly, and let's finish on time, please. Let's continue. Ejilal Bulat, are you here? Ejilal Bulat. continue with Menteşe Buke.
Hello.
Okay.
So
Okay,
my
thank you.
question,
I cannot unmute myself. This organization.
I was
I
going
have a
to ask something, but
İcilal Hanım, sizi sonra alalım.
Okay, thank you. If the return shipments will be in this process, I'm asking from
No,
Egypt.
only import shipment. Import to Egypt.
Okay, thank you.
Buke Menteşe.
okay, hello. So my question is related with GS1 number. Maybe someone already asked, but it is not clear for me. So does it have to be barcode number? What happens if you are not using barcode system, for instance?
It's fairly Nafeza question. So if you can ask on Nafeza portal this question, or if Mr. Mehmet will collect your questions and direct this directly to MTS after this call, I don't know really. So.
Sure. Yes. Let's not ask the questions related to Nafiza, to Mr. Orsinski. I think we have very little time, so let's take 2 more questions from Aycan Yıldız. Then let's finish our
Hello. My question is to I'm from Koruzambalaj. My question is we have different company that's a different VAT number, but we get the number for Cargo X. Is there any needs a new one, or the one Cargo X number is enough to use for the other group company? For example, one group company is free zone, the other one is different, located in Turkey.
Is it same Mercy number?
One is a different, the other one is the same Mercy number.
Okay, these are 2 legal entities or 1 legal entity?
Sorry, once again, please.
Is that the same legal entity? So you have like in free zone a warehouse and head office is somewhere downtown. That is the case, or 2 different legal entities?
This is different because there is different company.
Then you need to register both of them.
Both of them we need.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
thank you very much. Okay.
No problem.
The last question from Gafar Abazan. Gafar Abazan.
Hello. Just want to ask about information that should be written on the pro forma of the invoice. Is it only the ACI number, or we have to write many things? That, for example, our customer said that you have to mention the HS code number and the gross weight.
Yeah, basically that question is answered on a FESA website. What needs to be entered on pro forma invoice? Of course, they will use pro forma invoice to obtain ACID number. So you cannot enter ACID number on pro forma, because pro forma invoice is something what will generate ACID number. But other instructions are also in detail explained in detail on a FESA website. And I think Mr. Mehmet can also give you this information and share the link with all the attendees after this call. So you can find this question answered already on the FESA website. Okay. What needs to be entered on pro forma invoice?
Just have another small question. As in your presentation, you said this system is going to be making us faster process and save some courier costs. But again, you said there is some cost, like I had understood $60 per shipment plus $3 per documents. And also we have to send the original documents again by courier. So I don't see the benefit here. I mean, what are we saving in this case?
Yeah, that's idea is to use only digital original documents. So what I understand now with this legalization process for import custom clearance, nobody will ask you for legalized documents. There are 2 ministry decrees, and one is referring to COVID. So due to COVID, legalization process was suspended, and I think they will extend that for 1 more year. And then they're preparing another ministry decree in Egypt related to ACI system, and which will also said that this legalization process is no longer valid. But it is still unclear situation, even for me, to answer you on this question directly. What is your clear benefit here if you need to send legalized documents to Egypt? So this is something what is really out of my hands, but we are technological provider to transfer the documents, but I can make you sure that there is a lot of I would say efforts on a governmental side in Egypt to digitize everything related to trade with Egypt, and I'm sure this will fly, and finally the result will be no paper documents will be required anymore.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So yeah, if we can close the meeting now, because I don't want to be late on the next one, and still some questions, please drop me an email, and thank you very much for this great opportunity to talk to you.
Mr. Orzinski. We are now finishing. There are some people to ask questions, but we will get their questions via email ourselves, or they might send their questions directly to your email address. And I wanna thank you all our attendees, and special thanks to Mr. Abir from MTS company and Mr. Orzinski from Kargo X company. I believe that this webinar is very beneficial for our exporters to understand the details of the new system, Kargo X system, to export to Egypt. But since it is a new system and it's implemented in recently on 1st of July, I think some difficulties might happen in the beginning of the system. So you can ask your questions to us, and we can try to get the answers from Egyptian government or MTS company or Kargo X directly, and share with you, because some our exporters are asking the same questions. So we need to summarize those questions. Thank you. I hope it will be very beneficial for the export volume between Egypt and Turkey, and it will be facilitated by this new system. We are here in Cairo office. We are in charge with my colleague, Commercial Consul Mr. Atilla Yeni, and in Alexandria, in Turkish Consulate, Mr. Emre Ceviz is in charge. So we are 3 people to serve you as an official of Turkish government. So if you have any question or any point to ask to us, we are here to answer. Thank you for your participation and your attendance. Hopefully we will meet again for another issue or another thing. So thank you again. Have a nice day to all.
Can I have a last question? Are you going to share the recording with us for this meeting?
Once we have the, we need to contact the MTS company, because they recorded the webinar. After discussing with them, we can share with you.
Okay, that will be appreciated.
From here you share? Will be shared.
Okay, thank you.
In any means. I don't know how to do that now. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for everything.